Hello everybody, it is your boy here, and as you can see, we're going to go over the most confusing topic in the Kingdom Hearts series, and that is time travel. The structure of this video is going to be like this. I'm going to explain the rules of time travel while giving you small examples of how it was used, and then what I am going to do is lay out how Master Zeno used time travel in order to lead us to Kingdom Hearts 3. Number 1, in order to time travel, you have to reduce yourself to nothing but a heart. This happened in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep with Master Zeno when he gave up his heart to try and possess Terra. This happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 to both Riku and Sora when Sora gave up his heart to free Kyrie's and give it back to her, and Riku when Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, took over his body and sent Riku's heart to the realm of darkness. Number 2, to move throughout time, you can only go throughout your lifetime. So the farthest you can go into the past is your actual birth, and the farthest you can go into the future is your own death, which means that a version of yourself must be at that said destination when you travel throughout time. For example, when young Zeno went to go grab Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas throughout time, they are versions of himself, so therefore he was able to travel to those points in time. Rule number 3, you are only allowed to go into the past once, and once you are in the past, you are only allowed to move forward through time as time allows you to do so. So for example, when Ansem, Seeker of Darkness went into the past to talk to young Zeno, he stayed on Destiny Islands that whole time up until Kingdom Hearts 1, to give you an example. Rule number 4, you cannot rewrite events that are destined to happen. So Master Zeno cannot go into the past and kill Riku and Sora's parents for them not to be born. He cannot go into the past and stop Sora and Riku from defeating Xemnas and Ansem. Those are events that are destined to happen. Those cannot be changed. Rule number 5, as far as we know, you are allowed to jump forward within your own lifetime as much as you want to, long as there's another version of yourself waiting for you. That is how young Zeno was able to jump and get Terra. That is how he was able to get Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and then get Xemnas and bring them all to the present in Dream Drop distance. At some point from you traveling forward throughout time, eventually you will be sent back to your own time period to live out your said destiny. But the experiences of your travels will be etched into your heart. So when you do go back to your own time period, you will forget all of your memories, but the experiences that affected you while you were time traveling may affect your decision making going forward. So Xemnas can't exactly avoid being beaten by Sora and Riku, but he can take different steps to ensure maybe some slightly different results in the long run. Rule 6, as far as we know, you cannot travel in both directions when it comes to time travel. You must either go to the past and then move forward into the future as time says you must, or 2, you go to the future and you keep going forward into the future until you are eventually sent back to your own time period from which you came. Now with all of the rules out of the way, we can now jump into what actually happened with Master Zeno and the true Organization 13. At the end of Birth by Sleep, when Master Zeno took over Terra's heart, he was then fought by the Lingering Will, and then eventually somehow ended up at Radiant Garden where he fought Aqua, but upon Aqua fighting him, he lost his memories. He was then found by Ansem the Wise and the other residents of the laboratory, and then he became an apprentice of Ansem the Wise. Upon being in the castle, he eventually regains his memories, overthrows Ansem the Wise, and then turns everybody there into a nobody and a heartless. And then last but not least, does this process unto himself. Upon him doing this process to himself, he creates Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness then goes back into the past to young Master Zeno before he even gained the Keyblade and tells him about everything that has happened up until this point and sets him upon the approved path to go throughout time and gather his future selves and bring them to a certain point in time, which is the end of Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3. At that point, after becoming a Keyblade wielder, Zeno starts jumping forward throughout time. He's grabbing other versions of himself. Terranord at the end of Birth by Sleep, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness in Kingdom Hearts 1, and then he grabs Xemnas in Kingdom Hearts 2, bringing them all to the present within Dream Drop distance. With that being said, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness wasn't done yet. He lived all of his life basically on Destiny Islands just to one day encounter Sora and put the recused symbol on him. That way young Zeno, while jumping throughout time, could come and follow him throughout the realm of sleep, basically taunting him with Xemnas, bringing him deeper and deeper into the realm of sleep, putting him into a state where he was all but defenseless, and then Master Zeno could end up turning him into the 13th vessel. Originally, this 13th spot was going to be Roxas and maybe even Riku at some point, but because Riku had developed a certain resistance to darkness and Roxas became way too aware of himself and eventually rejoined Sora, it went down the line just like the Keyblade did, and then he decided to make Sora his 13th vessel. But as we know, at the end of Dream Drop Distance, neither of the 7 lights or the 13 darknesses have been completed at this point, leading us into Kingdom Hearts 3. But with all of that being said, hopefully this helped you understand time travel a little bit more in Kingdom Hearts, and if there are some retcons to these rules in upcoming Kingdom Hearts information, I will make a video talking about it. With that being said, it has been your boy Skipx. I will see you all in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and subscribe as well, and I will see you next time.